But where on earth will the record industry find someone else like Adele? 13 million albums sold, 6 Grammy nominations. No wonder she was the soundtrack to 2011. It was a year for flying solo. 20-year-old Ed Sheeran went from unsigned act to top of the album chart. But apart from Coldplay and Kasabian, there wasn't much to be heard from guitar bands, leading to accusations that the airwaves were starting to sound a little safe.
When you look at the mainstream this year, it's very samey and potentially quite bland. I think what we've seen from the major music labels this year is very much a safety-first approach. It's far cheaper to sign a solo artist. You're only dealing with one person. They're a lot more easier to kind of A&R and tell, whereas you think if you sign a band, you've potentially got 5 people, 5 different personalities. It's also a lot easier to break solo artists. You know, you can do less.
Here in London, Welsh rock band The Stereophonics are playing a sold-out concert. They've enjoyed a huge level of success worldwide since they first became popular about 16 years ago. But there's concern that today's guitar bands, without airplay and without the same level of record company support, can't break through to the next level. So who does decide what we listen to and ultimately end up buying? Increasingly, artists are tipped for success by a panel of experts. Jessie J won the influential BBC Sound Of list in 2011.
One day I hope to make you smile again.
These are some of the 15 finalists for the Sound of 2012. They're a broad spectrum, but rock doesn't feature, and nearly all are already signed to major labels. Hugh Stevens is a Radio 1 DJ dedicated to playing new and emerging artists.
I think you've got to be at a certain level to get onto the playlist, as well as being good. Obviously, a lot of other things have to be in place. I think to make it in the music business or industry, if you want to call it that, it's like a huge jigsaw, and all those pieces have to be ready to be stuck together. And obviously being on the Radio 1 playlist, it's a great opportunity to really get the music out there and let the world know about the songs that you're making.
Baby, treat my body like a canvas.
So if you're not on a playlist, not signed to a label and playing a guitar, can you actually break through these days? Macclesfield trio The Virgin Marys have been chosen by music brand HMV as one of their next big things of 2012. They're recording their debut album due in April independently.
We don't have a major label because we don't need a major label. We've got a really great agent, great management, great promoters, so that's all we really wanted, and that's all we needed to get to this point, really. We started 2 years ago, and rather than do an album, we decided to sort of keep releasing EPs and just gig as much as we could, you know, because anybody that sees the band gets it. So that was the best way for us to do it, like the old-fashioned way.
Last year, no one would have predicted the popularity that Adele and Ed Sheeran have both enjoyed. As the music industry proves time and time again, the sweetest success comes from nowhere. Emma Jones, BBC News.